Hello everybody and welcome to today's coding class. Today we're going to be coding a game where you get to find your own chocolate chip cookie. Let's see what it is.
There's a cookie hidden in this room. Can you find it?
There's a cookie hidden in this room. Can you find it? So you have this messy room, well not messy, but with a lot of stuff, and when you start touching on things, they disappear and they tell you, I don't have your cookie. The ball, let's see, I don't have your cookie either. And now let's touch the table. Oh!
You found your cookie.
You found your cookie. And now it says, yummy, yummy, cookie in my tummy.
Yummy, yummy, cookie in my...
Are you guys ready to start coding this game? I sure am, and I'm really excited to do it with you guys. So with that, let's have you guys start with your iPads. So grab your iPads. Make sure that you have ScratchJr installed. If you haven't joined before, don't worry. You can perfectly well follow this class. It's kind of self-explanatory as we go along. I'll explain the blocks that you need and what they do. And at the end of it, you'll have exactly this game so that you can play with it and you can code something different with it. So with that, probably let's just get started. What do you think? Cool. So let me start recording my screen so that you guys can see it. So in 3, 2, 1, and go. And we're going to start by opening up ScratchJr, okay? You see this little black dot? That's more or less where I'm touching with my finger so that you can follow me. So we're going to start with touching on the house. And we're going to start by creating a new project. That's up here on the left. So the one that has this plus sign here. So if you press there, you create a new project. Every project that you create, you're going to have this cat here, so ScratchJr. So we're going to press on him. He's going to start to wiggle. And we're going to press on the red cross for him to go away because we're not programming a cat. We're programming things in our room. So we go up to the top and we're going to start by selecting a background. So we need that room. So let's go to, you see ABC, next to it you have this one with blue and green. So press there and let's scroll down. So you do that by swiping your finger up on the screen until you see these backgrounds. And you should have the stage, the basketball courts, and this one here with a bed. So if you press on the bed, the bedroom, and press on the tick box, you're now going to have the background of the bed. Okay? So let's start by adding some items into it, some what we call characters or objects. So we're going to add the cookie, which we have to draw, a ball, a table, etc. Let's start with the cookie. So we go up here to the left, and you see you have the house and the letters. We're going to press on that plus sign, okay? And right on the top left, you have this one with the white, like a white square, so nothing in it. Press on that one and go here to the paintbrush, okay? Not the tick box, the paintbrush up here on the right. Press on that, and now let's draw our cookie. So let's start by doing a cookie color. So let's press here, this kind of like beige brown, light brown here. So either one of these, I'll probably do this one. And we're going to press on this circle here. So you see the squiggly line on the left that looks like a snake. Then you have a circle, a square, and a triangle. Press on that circle. And now with your finger, you're going to start more or less here and drag like a little bit down and a little bit to the right. So kind of like an oval cookie shape. So you see, kind of like that. It's with your finger. So you start on one side and you go down to the other. And that is going to be our cookie. But a cookie isn't white in the middle, is it? So we have to paint that inside. The way we do that is we go to the bucket on the right. So you have here arrows, the stamp, the scissors, the camera, and a bucket. So press on the bucket and press in the middle of the cookie. Right there. Okay? So it should have the same color. And now, I don't know if you guys like it, but I'm crazy about chocolate chip cookies. So we're going to actually put some chocolate chips in the middle of this. Press on a chocolate chip color. So for me, chocolate chips are kind of dark brown. So it's that color there. And now we're gonna press on this circle. So you see like the squiggly line, the circle, and the square. Press on the circle again. And now kind of just tap in the middle of the cookie with your finger. So just press your finger and it'll automatically do circles. Put as many chocolate chips as you like your cookies to have. So that's enough for me. Maybe one more. Okay, so when you have your cookie and your chocolate chips, press on the tick box on the top right. And we have our cookie. Let's put our cookie more or less there because we're going to hide it with the table, just like you saw in the example program. Okay, so you just do that by putting your finger on the cookie and dragging it to wherever you want to put it. Press under the cookie, you have that plus sign, so the rectangle with the plus sign. Press on that, and now scroll all the way down. I think it's really all the way down. So with your finger, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up until you get to the bottom, and you should see a school bus, a boat, a table. So let's start probably with the table. Get that table. Press the tick box and drag the table down until it's covering your cookie so you can't see your cookie. Cool? Awesome. So we have our table. Let's get our ball and our bedside table. So again, let me just show where I went there because I kind of went too fast. So under the table, you have again that plus sign here, so the rectangle. Press on that plus sign and again swipe up, swipe up, swipe up until you go all the way down to the bottom. When you're at the bottom, you have let's get the ball. So the purple, blue, and red ball next to a birthday cake. So grab that ball, press the tick box, and bring that ball down here to the bottom right. Okay? And now our last object. So go again under the ball, there's the plus sign with the rectangle. Press on the plus sign and swipe all the way down until you get again to the birthday cake, the balls, and you have here your night table. Okay, so the one that has the blue and green door. Press on that one and press on the tick box. Okay, and we're going to drag this with our finger more or less until there. So kind of like above the ball in front of the chest-ish. Okay, so that each of these three objects are kind of separated one from another, so they're not on top of one another. You can put it up there, but it just can't be on top of one another. Okay, cool. So now that we have all the objects that we need on this screen, let's do the screen for when you find the cookie. So the way we do that is we go here to the right, and you see that plus sign there under the bed, under the bedroom, so the rectangle with the plus sign. Press on that plus sign, and you'll see that it creates a new scenario. And you have ScratchJr, the cat, again there. So we're going to take him out by pressing on him and keep your finger on him until he wiggles. And when he wiggles, press on that red cross. And we're going to take him out. Now, we're going to go to the backgrounds. Or actually, for this one, why don't we just leave the background white? Okay? So let's just add objects. So let's go here to the plus sign on the left. So under ScratchJr in the house, you have the plus sign. Press on that one. And we're going to add a character. Swipe up, swipe up, swipe up until you get to all the people, okay? And we're going to select probably this girl here with the blue shirt, okay? So press on her, press on the tick, and we're going to drag her a little bit to the left, okay? And now we're going to add our cookie. So under the girl, there's the plus sign with the rectangle, so you see here on the left. Press that plus sign, and you should have right at the top the cookie that you just made. So press on the cookie, press on the tick box, and drag the cookie a little bit to the right. So you have the girl and the cookie. Cool? Everybody got this far? Awesome. Okay. If by any chance you haven't gotten any of this right, you can always pause the video, go back a little bit, redo it, and then keep going. So pause as many times as you need, stop as many times as you need. At the end of the video, I'll also give you a place where you can leave comments if I go too fast or if I go too slow, or if you want to do any special type of coding, like any class that you want me to build for you, you can leave it there in the comments. So wait until the end and then I'll tell you how to do that. So let's start coding now. Let's go here to the right and let's press on that bedroom. Okay, so up here on the right, right on the top. And let's start by coding our cookie. So go to the left, and you should see your cookie there. Press on the cookie, and you should have the yellow box around the cookie, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to record a message so that when you start the program, the first thing that you hear is, I need to find my cookie. So go to the yellow blocks here, and we're going to do a start block. And this is start on green. And what that means is when you start the program, when you press on the green flag, this is what he's going to do. It's the first thing that he's going to do. So let's go to the green blocks and let's record our message. So press there on the green. And here you have a microphone. Press on the microphone. We're going to press on red and say, can you find my cookie? And then press on the tick box. So press on red. Can you find my cookie? And tick box. Okay? When you've done that, and I'll give you just 1 second to do it, drag that new microphone that appears down next to the yellow flag. Okay? And that's all our cookie has to do. He just has to say, can you find my cookie? So we're going to go to the red blocks and end that line of code with a red block. This means that that line of code is finished. It doesn't have anything else to do. Okay, so it closes it up. Now, let's do the other objects. So let's probably start with the ones that don't have a cookie. So remember, the cookie is behind the table. So let's start with the ball. So if you go and press on the ball, you're going to have a yellow box around the ball, and we're going to start coding the ball. So press on the yellow start blocks, and here we're going to do something special. So it's not start on green, it's start on tap. And that's this one here with the finger that touches the object. And what this does is, when you touch the object, actually put your finger on the object on the screen, it starts doing this line of code. So drag that one down, okay? And what we're going to do is the ball is going to disappear, and that's done with the purple look blocks. So press on purple, and you have this one here, which is disappearing, and this one here, which is appearing, or show and hide. We're going to hide the ball. So we're going to make it disappear to show what's behind it. So drag that one down, the one that has, not the one with the white person, the one with only the silhouette. So you see it's in gray. And we're going to record a message. So press on green, press on the microphone, and when we press on record, we're going to say, your ball isn't, your ball, that was silly. I made a mistake, okay? So I'm going to press on the red button again, so it stops recording. And then I'm going to do the red button again. And what I really am going to say is, your chocolate chip cookie isn't here. And then tick box. Okay? So, press the record button, say, your chocolate chip cookie isn't here, and then press on the tick box. Cool? Awesome. That microphone that appears, drag it down next to the purple block. And now, we're going to go to the red blocks and finish that line of code. So the ball doesn't have to do anything else. If you touch on the ball, it's going to say that the cookie isn't there. It's going to disappear, sorry. Say the cookie isn't there, and then finish that line of code because the ball doesn't have to do anything else. And we're going to do something similar for the night table. So go to the left, under the ball, press on the night table. It should have a yellow box around it, and we're going to code exactly the same thing. So go to the yellow blocks, the touch block. So you see, you touch the one that has the hand and the person. So when you touch that bedside table, it's going to do something. We're going to tell it to disappear. So that's the purple blocks. And the one that has the silhouette of the person, not the white person, this one here. This is the hiding block. If you ever have any doubts, and you can already read, just by putting your finger on top of it, it kind of appears what it is. So here it says hide. Here, if you touch it, says show, just in case you have a doubt of what that block does. And we're going to record a message. So go to the green blocks, press on the microphone, and we're going to record. Your cookie isn't in the bedside table. Tick box. Okay? So press on record. Your cookie isn't in the bedside table. And press the tick box. That microphone that appears, drag it down, and that's all the table needs to do. So we're going to end this line of code with a red block. Okay, cool? Everybody got this far? So cool. So now we're going to do the table, which is where, if you remember, the cookie is. So we're going to press on the table here on the left. So make sure the table has the yellow square around it. And we're going to start by saying what happens when you touch on the table, which is exactly the same. So we need the block of touching the table. So the one with the hand and the person. So when you touch the table, it's going to do this line of code. We're going to tell the table to disappear. So we're going to go to the purple blocks into the disappearing block. And we're going to record a message. So go to the green blocks and the one with the microphone. And when we press record, we're going to say, yes, your chocolate chip cookie was under the table. And press that tick box. So, yes, your chocolate chip cookie is under the table. the microphone that just appears, we're going to drag it down. And one of the differences is we're now going to go to the other screen instead of just stopping this line of code. So we go to the red blocks, and you see this one here that has the screen with the person and the cookie. We're going to use that one so that when we finish this line of code, it goes to the screen with the person and the cookie because we found our cookie. Okay, so no more coding on this scene or scenario. We're going to go to the other scenario and code a celebration, okay? So press here on the right, you see the person and the cookie. So the person and the cookie, we're going to press on that so that she and the cookie appear here. And what we're going to do is we are going to record her celebrating. So press on the person here on the left. So you see that the person now has a yellow box around. Okay? And we're going to do 2 lines of code. So in yellow, in the yellow blocks, we're going to get the start on green so that whenever we come to this scenario, it automatically does this. We're going to record a message. So go to the greens, go to the microphone, and record by pressing red. Yummy, yummy, this cookie is going in my tummy. And press the tick box. Okay, so press red, yummy, yummy, this cookie is going in my tummy. And that microphone that appears, you're going to drag it down next to that green flag. And we are going to want to repeat this as many times as possible. So when we go to the red blocks to close this line of code, we're going to use the one with the arrows. And this means repeat this as many times as the program is running. So it's just going to repeat it forever. So you're going to hear this a lot of times. And the other thing is, when we get a cookie, we kind of jump for joy, don't we? So we're going to tell her to move. Go to the yellow blocks, drag down the one with the green flag, and we're going to have her like rotate, rotate, and jump. For that, we go to the movement blocks. Those are the blue blocks here. And we're going to drag the one to rotate to the right. We're going to drag down the one, rotate to the left. So she's going to go a little bit to this way, a little bit that way. And we're going to drag down the one to jump. And if somebody gives you a cookie, you don't do that only once. You do it many times. So we go to the red blocks and we drag down the one with the arrows as well. So she's going to keep doing this and talking at the same time. Okay? So these lines of code go in what we call parallel. They're doing it at exactly the same time. Okay? And just to finish it, why not have our cookie flash? So let's program the cookie. Under the girl on the left, you have the cookie. Okay, press on that so you have a yellow box around the cookie. We're going to go to the yellow blocks. We're going to do start on green. So start when we reach this scenario. We're going to go to the purple blocks and we're going to do show, hide, and show. Okay, so first we hide it, drag that one down, and then we show it. Okay, so disappear and appear. And we're going to do that forever. So use the red blocks with the arrows. I kind of went fast through this one because you guys have already used all these blocks. Just to recap, whenever we go to this scenario, we're going to hide the cookie, show the cookie, and repeat. Hide the cookie, show the cookie, and repeat. Has everybody got this far? Awesome, cool. So let's see what we did. We're going to put it in full screen mode. So up here, you see the squiggly, the rectangle with the lines next to the house. Press on that so it goes to full screen mode. If you see this screen, you actually need to start on the other screen. And the way you do that is you see these arrows on the bottom. So if you press that arrow to the left, it goes to the first screen. If you press the arrow to the right, it goes to the screen of the cookie and the person. We want to start on the other one. So I'm going to press the arrow on the left until I get to the bedroom. And I'm going to press green. So I should start hearing.
Can you find my cookie?
Can you find my cookie? And now with your finger, press on the ball, for example.
Your chocolate chip cookie isn't here.
Chocolate chip cookie isn't here. Press on the table, the bedside table.
Your cookie isn't in the bedside table.
The cookie isn't there either, so let's press on the table.
Yes, your chocolate chip
found my
cookie
cookie.
was under the table.
And
Yummy,
now,
yummy. This
celebration
cookie is
time.
going in my
Cool? Okay, guys.
Yummy. This cookie.
That was our coding class for today. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it. I can't see what else you can do with this. You can make it more complex, so you can have more objects in bed and then give it to your mom or your dad for them to try and find the cookie. You can also change what happens when you celebrate. So, given you guys can't give me comments here on YouTube, it's a rule of YouTube, I actually created an Instagram channel called The Coding Dad, where you can leave your comments below this class. So there's like a post of this class. You can comment there. And also send me pictures, videos, anything of what you guys have been able to create, because I'm super curious. So I think the link is down here, The Coding Dad. Also, if you enjoyed this class, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I think that will appear here on this side. There's much more videos, which appear on this side. There's a lot of things going on here. There's more videos, more coding classes that you guys can do. Feel free to watch all of them and tell me what you guys have been up to. And I really hope you guys are having fun with this, okay? Bye, take care, see you next week.